So let's get into this. This is what everybody was talking about last week, trending topic, viral on social media.
Donald Trump is indicted, and Rashad is so sad.
But we got to talk about that.
We got to talk about that
We
later.
got to. Well, let's talk about that now, actually. So Donald Trump becomes the first president in U.S. history to get indicted. Historical moment. So, all right, what's the thoughts on this? How will this, if it will have any impact on the stock market? What does it say about the political landscape in America?
Honestly, I think it's a little bit of a diversion tactic because I think the Democratic Party is afraid of him running. If you look at the Democratic landscape, they don't have a great or viable candidate. Kamala's been pretty quiet. I don't see 3 or 4 people that they even want to put in the race for the next election. I don't think Biden is too happy about running himself. I don't think it'll stick. Trump's brand at this point, even though he has a lot of blemishes, just from a branding standpoint, he's way bigger than DeSantis. The Republican Party almost needs him, but they kind of don't want him. So it's a tricky situation. I don't think this will stick, but this could lead to bigger indictments coming down the line.
But it's interesting because the person from the Republican side who would probably run against him is the governor of Florida, DeSantis. And he's, the indictment was in New York, and they said, like, if there's any extradition, we're not taking part of it. We're not cooperating.
Well played.
We will not have the state authorities trying to, turn him over to the authorities, which is crazy because, like, he's your opponent. You could get him out the way if you did that, or you could. I mean, what's your thoughts on that?
Shout to DeSantis not acting like Troy Ave.
He gonna make a diss record about
Oh
you.
man, here comes
Murder. Do the beef for my guy.
it's the stock guy.
I know.
You don't see about this 2 stocks for court thing.
I'm just joking. I know, right? I think it's well played not to make enemies in that political landscape because we were just talking about this last night. Be careful who you go to war with. Unless you have a clear victory, when a person decides to get the revenge on you, what are you going to do? It would be amazing if they ended up as running mates.
I mean, I think from his standpoint, it's like, what would the backlash be if I did cooperate, right?
Yeah.
Does it now look like, because he said this is a political warfare tactic, right? If there's a party that's trying to get me, obviously New York is a Democratic state, and you're cooperating, are you now compliant with them?
Yeah, that,
right?
that
So
would
you
divide
might
the
lose.
party.
You might lose votes, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think he has a couple more indictments that they're trying to
That's
cook up in different states that might be a little bit more serious. And I feel like the New York one, especially, it's not something that I don't think he's going to jail for.
Yeah.
But as you said, I think it's more so to just really, it's
a warning shot.
Well, it's tarnishing the name.
Yeah.
Which, not to say that his name was already like a pristine name, but I don't think that he'll be able to run for president after getting indicted, and then he's probably get indicted again, and it's such an embarrassment and it's such a distraction. I think people probably still vote for him.
Yeah.
But the Republican Party doesn't want to be associated with something that's going to be such a big distraction.
Well, what's the alternative, though? Do you think DeSantis can beat Biden?
I think he's probably the best shot that they have
Yeah.
to win. So I think they'll probably prop him up. I believe he's Cuban descent. So, they'll play for the Latino vote.
Yeah.
Do you think they care though?
Care what?
Like
The Republican Party?
yeah. Do you think like I'm trying to think like I think
yes.
he's built up such
No, listen, there's Republican voters, they don't care.
Yeah.
The Republican
Party,
establishment,
Party, yeah, they hate
okay,
him.
okay.
they never did like him.
Yeah.
and he still got 70 million.
Well, now it's like they might even be playing a part in this whole situation, right?
Yeah.
Good
So
strategy,
now
yeah.
it's like the Republican Party never did like him because he's not even a Republican.
Right.
Yeah.
He was a Democrat. So
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
they never did like him for a variety of different reasons, but he played into the base and they really supported him so strong that they had no choice.
choice, yeah.
But I don't think that the Republican Party, like the powers that be, want to see another Donald Trump.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, does he even need the establishment? Right? Because if he has the voters, that's ultimately what's going to get him
But
elected.
it's always the behind the scenes workings. It helped. It's like no different than when, like, remember when 50 went against Kanye and then Interscope wasn't back in 50? The music was still decent, but without the backing of the building, it only got so far. Like, you need that push for media, for sure. And it felt like the first time when he ran, it was like a landslide. The second time, it was like, they were starting to pull support away. Now it's not there.
But even that analogy, I feel like Interscope, it was like, all right, we can see we put out 2 albums. This is the 3rd. We can see that the trajectory of this other guy, like, we know this is not going to be a winning situation.
Yeah.
Let's not put all our energy behind it. Where it's like, he has a good chance to win.
Yeah.
So do we like cut off our nose to spite our face?
I don't know if DeSantis is a clear-cut winner. I like him. Like if you ask the average person, why would he be better than Biden? I think he's looked at as like B class to Trump. And Democrats have an even worse issue. If Biden doesn't run,
I don't know
who do they have?
Yeah, I don't know who it is.
The Rock?
Well, I think Biden definitely going to run again.
Yeah, I think so.
And I feel like it's a toss up because I don't think anybody's enthusiastic about voting for Biden.
Yeah.
And then DeSantis, he's the governor of an important state, Florida.
Absolutely.
He's Latinx descent.
Does he have does he pass the eye test though? That's the part that's key.
Yeah, I think he has a good shot of winning.
Yeah.
Now, what that means in the grand scheme of things, who knows?
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of his.
Yeah.
But I'm not really a fan of any politician. But I do feel
Except Donnie T, right? Big T.
Big T. So we'll see. But I feel that the Republicans will probably put most of their hope into him.
Yeah.
As opposed to trying to bring Donald Trump back for it after the whole thing with the March on Washington. It's too much. It's too much to really like, you know what I mean? Like champion him again. Like they would look crazy if they did that.
Not March on Washington. Attack on the Capitol.
Oh yeah, March on Washington.
I'm gonna say I just want to make sure we clear.
Yeah.
Language
Attack on the
Language is
Capitol.
important. They're gonna be like, what?
Shade room. First thing in the morning. Rashad Bilal of Earn Your Leisure said Donald Trump's March on Washington was better than Dr. King.
Attack on the Capitol is what we're going with.
Attack on the Capitol. Yes. But we do need better leadership in this country, which will lead us to this brick situation.
My graduates from my school being Forbes, bag drop.
Bag drop.
A mic drop, bag drop.
Bag drop.